Tashidale, and welcome to Tibet. Let's go and explore.
Let's go.
For the next 2 hours, my Nepali wife and I bring our camera and give you exclusive access into Tibet. We sit down with Tibetan nomads, have real conversations, and show you things that you've probably never seen on YouTube before.
This is our hotel. This looks so local. This is so traditional. Beautiful yak curry set.
Be right beside us as we step into the part of the world that has rarely been shown.
We're 3,600 meters in elevation.
See, here's my yak
Wow,
butter.
geez, that's a lot. I think that's the one for you.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Ni hao YouTube, or g'day and good morning guys from the beautiful city of
Chongqing.
Today we are flying to a area of this world that we have wanted to go in the center of for ages. Today we are going to
Tibet.
That's right, we are going to Tibet. And to be honest, it feels a little bit illegal to even go there. But don't worry, we actually have our permits which we picked up a few days ago. So yeah, come along with us today as we fly from Chongqing all the way to Lhasa, where we'll meet our guide and our Tibetan friends there. And let's have a awesome next 6 days in Tibet.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so we just made it inside the airport. So we have all of our documents, we have our guide's WhatsApp number, and we have everything, so we should be all good. Guys, I'm a little bit concerned because our flight is not on the departure board, and as you can see, there's not that many flights going out today, so it definitely should be on there. Here we go, guys. This looks more like it. I think this is the domestic departure board. That was the international. Okay, guys, so our flight wasn't on there either. I'm starting to get a bit anxious now. Let me go ask the information desk and let's see. Okay, guys, so apparently it's at 3F. Okay, guys, so we got through security, but
It was very tight.
yeah, it was very, very tense. We obviously couldn't film it, but they essentially, he stamped my, no, he didn't even stamp, he looked at my passport and then he's like, do you have your confirmation letter? And I'm like, yes, and then I gave it to him. Then he called his supervisor, then his supervisor like checked us so thoroughly, they put us aside, almost like we were being like separately interviewed. And then like, he checked our documents, took photos, and then like the security, they were like going straight through like everything. It was pretty scary, not gonna lie, but you know,
Fair enough, because that's the sensitive area.
yeah, so like Tibet is like, you know, a little bit of a sensitive area, but no worries, like we have the correct documents, everything's okay. It is what it is. So yeah, if you want to come to Tibet, it's a beautiful, beautiful part of the world. To be honest, organizing all that paperwork was super easy. I mean, our guide and the tour company that we went with did all of that.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that, but obviously expect a few more extra checks at the airport.
This is what I love about China. You don't need to buy water.
No. Hot water and cold water. Hot water for your noodles and tea, and normal water for normal drinking. Okay, so we just made it to our gate.
G17.
Yeah, G17. So we've got about 10 minutes until we board, so not that long. So I just wanted to show you guys quickly the tour company that we're going with. Now I'm actually using my Nomad eSIM to search this, but yeah, this is Elevated Trips, and these guys have tours in the Tibetan Plateau, India, Nepal, and Bhutan. They're really, really good. And we've actually went with Elevated Trips and
Before, right?
Before, yeah, and Ben, our guide. So you guys will see Ben again today. For those of you who remember when we were on the border between the Tibetan Plateau and China, that area of the world, we were with Ben from Elevated Trips. And fun fact is Ben is actually the guy who married us. Yeah, so for those of you who may have seen our wedding video and seen our videos with Ben and thought that that person was similar, yeah, that's the same guy. Okay, it's now boarding time.
Boarding time.
Let's go.
It's sleeping time.
Sleeping time for Sophia, boarding time for me. So I'm just looking out the window. I can already see just a little bit of snow on the mountains. You tell that we're now in the Tibetan Plateau, that's for sure. We're in Tibet. Okay, so we found Ben. Hi! Reunited once again.
What's up, brother?
How are you? Thank you. Hello.
Welcome to Tibet. My name is Bema.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Bema.
This is our guide, Pema.
Pema. Nice to meet you. So you'll be our guide for the next six days.
Up until nice to meet you.
Wow, amazing.
Like this better. I think
Thank
we're
you.
safe.
This is like a blessing?
Yeah, no, this is the scarf. Yes,
Scarf.
For good luck.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So guys, I forgot to mention one really lucky thing about this Tibet tour is it's a private tour. It's just Sophia and I and our guide Ben and our local guide Pema. So super good because a lot of the tours into Tibet are big group tours, which is still fine, but we're gonna get to experience Tibet on a real private and personal level, so it should be great. And already look at these beautiful mountains just here straight out of the airport. Wow, so beautiful.
Let's go!
Hassan, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Sophia.
Nice to meet you in person.
Welcome
We've
to
been
Lhasa.
talking online a lot. Thank you for welcoming us here and managing everything. Actually, speaking of guys, this is what a normal group tour looks like in China and probably throughout Tibet. And you can see lots of people and they normally follow a tour guide with a big flagpole. And yeah, but not today.
Not today.
Not today. So the tunnel's 2.5 kilometers long. Oh my gosh, drilled straight through the mountain.
Earlier it used to take like more than 2 hours to drive to airport.
Because you had to drive around.
Wow, you had to drive around, but now we just go straight through. Wow, look at
Still
that.
an hour drive.
Okay.
60 kilometers still.
Wow. Okay guys, so we're now in the city center now, right in the center, as you can see with all the traffic. And just as we go past this traffic light here, we'll go right into the old town. And this whole old town is actually going to be really preserved, you know, for years and years to come, to keep and look in that traditional Tibetan culture. A lot of the sidewalks here, you can see there's a lot of work going on now and it's being restored and revitalized, even brand new stuff. But this old quarter, they're going to really try and keep this old and the traditional Tibetan architecture and way. So this is actually where we're staying, which I'm super happy about, to really see that. Okay, so we just got dropped off and now it's a 2-minute walk to our hotel. So we'll just go through the local markets here.
It feels like Boulder.
Yeah, it feels like Boulder, right? In Nepal, one of the holy sites in Nepal. Wow, I have so much to say, guys. Over the next 6 days, there's going to be a lot happening. Wow, so this here, guys, is our hotel. This looks so local. Look at the walls. Amazing.
Mud, is it?
After you, darling, yeah, mud. Straight through this Tibetan quilt. Okay. So guys, as you can see here, this is actually oxygen, and this will get used for the tourists that are having trouble to breathe. And to be honest, it's a little bit hard to breathe, but I'm feeling okay.
I've never stayed in a place like this before.
This is so traditional.
Tibetan traditional palace.
Give us a tour, darling.
Here's our bed.
Beautiful bed
Yeah.
and nice little sitting area.
Yeah, and more sitting area with 2 cups and traditional things here.
Wow.
And I love the bathroom.
Yeah. Wow, listen to that. Stone bathroom. Look at this shower, guys. This is like medieval type shower.
So pretty.
And all the walls are made from old, you know, mud and stone and everything. It's so beautiful. Okay, so now time for Nepali food.
Yay!
We have been in Indonesia, guys, and we've been in China, and all we want is some Nepali food, and they have that here. Okay, so right now we're walking through the old town, and you can just tell how local vibes this is. So right now we're gonna go find some food because we're all hungry, and then we'll come back, we'll explore and really dive deep. Right now, to be honest, guys, I'm pretty like overwhelmed. Like there's a lot going on, and there's a lot to see, and all different cultures and everything. Okay, so we're just going up into the Tibetan restaurant now. So yeah, as I was saying before, they have Indian, Nepali, and Tibetan fusion. We've even like Western in here as well. And this restaurant is super local. You can see the steps that we're walking on now. Tashi Dile. Hello.
This is the owner, Nomad.
Hello, nice to meet you.
The best cook in all of Lhasa, in my opinion.
Wow, I can't wait to taste your food.
She's amazing. Where do you guys want to sit? Just,
Yeah, maybe at the window? Yeah, cool. The beautiful Nepali dishes, guys.
Here also.
Here as well. So yeah, we're gonna get some few Nepali dishes. Let's see. Okay, guys. So we now have our beautiful yak curry set. We'll just get a little bit of curry here and rice, and a little bit of potato. Okay. Cheers, guys. Oh. Now that is a taste that I've missed. It melts in your mouth. Let's try some of this dal.
So good.
10 out of 10. Alright guys, we're gonna enjoy this and really fuel up. And Sophie's so happy. She's finally got her Nepali food.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so everyone writes their name on the wall. Sophie's gonna write her name. Oh, you're writing my name too?
Of course.
Oh, Jack and Sophia. Awesome. Jack and Sophia Tours. Like and subscribe.
You can subscribe.
Okay, so Ben, thanks for joining us again. Do you want to just introduce your company and sort of just explain what's going on here as well?
Okay, what's up guys? I'm Ben Pebbage from Elevated Trips at elevatedtrips.com. We take people to Lhasa and Everest Base Camp. We're right here in the spiritual heart of Lhasa at the Jokhang Temple. This is the holiest temple in all of the Tibetan Plateau. And for that reason, this is kind of the very special place where people come for pilgrimage. And these people who are bowing down behind me, we call this circumambulation. Circum means to go around something. Ambulation means to prostrate yourself on the ground. So what they're doing here is they're basically prostrating their bodies on the ground, every time laying on the ground with these wooden things on their hands so they don't rub the skin off their hands. And they'll do this hundreds and hundreds of times around this holy temple, the Jokhang Temple.
Awesome, wow. Okay guys, so as we walk around here, there's a lot of things I'm noticing. Also, this guy behind us, he's actually doing that spiritual practice of going down on their hands with one leg, which is crazy, mind-blowing really. I'm sort of lost for words. So a lot of pilgrims come here, they stay in hostels, and they go around here so many times, and some pilgrims will even walk from cities and from towns all across Tibet to come to here, to this holy temple. Now, just so you're aware, if you're a tourist and if you're coming here, it's best to bring your passport. There's many, when I say many, a lot. There's a lot of security checkpoints, and they'll check your passports, sometimes even scan your bag. So yeah, make sure you have your passports, make sure you have your permit, everything that you need. But, you know, if you have your passport and your permit, you'll be completely fine. So right now, we're gonna find a puffer jacket or a traditional Tibetan jacket for Sophia and I. So currently we're 3,600 meters in elevation, and yeah, we're only going to go higher from there. So yeah, we definitely need to get some warm clothes, right? So you know guys, at the same time why I want to film as much as I can for you, there's also a little bit of religious and cultural sensitivity that I sort of, you know, I don't want to shove a camera in people's faces when they're practicing their religion. So I'm just trying to be mindful of that, you know, because if I was a pilgrim and coming around here, I wouldn't want someone filming me all the time. So I'm trying to get as much as I can to show you guys, but it's also quite hard as well. Yeah, just sort of wanted to mention that. Yeah, they have so many different souvenir shops, and you can get all your handicrafts and all your, you know, Tibetan bowls and bracelets and everything like that. What Sophia and I are looking for is a big thick jacket, maybe fake or real yak wool. We'll soon try and find that. So guys, one thing I'm noticing, we just bought Sophia these gloves for 15 kwai, which is about $2 US, something like that. But one thing I'm noticing is they only have WeChat Pay. So if you're coming to Tibet or to Lhasa, they only have WeChat Pay and not Alipay. So make sure that you have WeChat Pay when you're coming, because not everyone has Alipay. Also, I'm using my Nomad eSIM to pay for this, by the way, using the data there. So yeah, always comes in handy. Thank you, Nomad.
Well, that's where Nomad eSIM comes in. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that Nomad has been a part of my travels for years now. I use them in every country that I go. So you might be thinking, Jack, what is an eSIM? Well, let me break it down. Essentially, an eSIM is an app on your phone that creates a digital SIM card. So all you have to do is install the Nomad app on your phone, click what country you want, and buy a package. I went onto the Nomad app and chose the package that I wanted. And bam, as soon as I touched down, I had data just like that. So no more lining up in long queues at the airport waiting for your physical SIM card. Personally, I find that having an eSIM is a great thing to have. Being able to have data when you're seeing the immigration officer and having to show your hotel booking, or even when you're just traveling around and needing Google Maps, posting Instagram photos, and I can even hotspot my phone to upload YouTube videos as well. If you use my code JACK92CB, you will get a bit of a discount on your first purchase of an eSIM. So if you're interested in getting an eSIM on your next trip, then click my link below in the description box and get started by downloading the Nomad app today.
And guys, they also have Mike. Instead of Nike, they have Mike. I think these gloves are gonna be like not heaps warm, but just good enough for when we go to Everest.
Yeah, I want to buy the yak butter.
You want to buy the yak butter? Wow guys, look at that. So this is butter completely from a yak. So fresh. So you want to buy some for moisturizer? Okay.
Just little.
Just like a small piece. So 20 is about $2.50. Quite a good price, so we're gonna get a little bit here.
See, here's my yak
Wow,
butter.
geez, that's a lot. That's
Yeah.
really a lot. Nice. So guys, this water here is put out for the pilgrims all along here. So you can see there's water bottles all along here, and people drink as they go, because obviously it's a lot of work and they can't really hold a bottle of water as they're doing it. So they'll have a drink and a rest and go to the side every now and then, because, you know, it's very hard. I could imagine though they must get really strong after doing this, like really strong in their whole body, you know, because it's not easy work, is it? So we're just in a local Tibetan shop now where they have the Tibetan hats, and they've got some men wool clothing, which I'm going to get one of these lovely jackets. And Sophie's looking at the women's ones now. They're about $50 each roughly. That's what she started off in price. So we'll see what deal we can get if we buy two. Well, that's quite nice.
Oh, I like that color.
Yeah, it's a little bit big, but let's see how they fit it. Wow, you look so beautiful. Okay, so she's gonna find Sophia a smaller one right now. See, that's pretty nice. It's like a blanket almost now. No, I think that's the one for you. Really, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
I love it. You can see, guys, this is like pure sheep wool. It's really, really warm and nice. What do you guys reckon in the comments? I reckon the pink one is a lot better, but this also does give another cool vibe.
Wow.
So this one is pretty warm, guys, and really big. I feel like that this is like the go that we wore in Bhutan. It's quite similar dress. So this here, guys, is another one. I sort of like this because it matches Sophia's a little bit more. Let's try the hat on. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm looking full Tibetan now. Wow. Oh. Wow. Okay, so this is exactly like the go in Bhutan, where you can put stuff in the pocket. Oh, that's pretty good. I don't know, guys, what do you reckon? This one or a short one? Okay, guys, so I think we've decided Sophia's gonna go with this one, I'm gonna go with this one. It's time for the negotiation. Yes.
如果买在一起500可以吗？
So 500, which is how many US dollars?
About 80.
80 US dollars for 2, which is great. Yeah. Okay, bye bye. Oh, yeah. Thank you, we need our stuff. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, even got a little necklace, a prayer bead. Such a nice lady. And for 80 US dollars for 2 big traditional jackets, hey, I reckon that's a good price.
Tashi Delay or G'day and good morning guys from our second day here in Tibet. And let me tell you, last night sleeping was not good. What happened?
I fainted.
Yeah, Sophia fainted. So what happened was we were both sort of sleeping but not really. Sophia fainted and like she was sort of like in consciousness but out, and she was trying to tap me but her body couldn't move. She was like frozen.
And I was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah, like she thought she was gonna die really. And then she like came back into it and woke me up, and then yeah, like we were hot and we were cold at the same time, and then Sophia was like struggling for the first bit, then I was struggling, I was like vomiting. So like the altitude is like really, really hard here.
Yeah, but we've done Everest base camp before in Nepal.
Yeah.
And it wasn't this bad.
Yeah, I think what happened was we came from essentially sea level all the way to 3,400 meters without any in between. So I really recommend if you're coming here, definitely get the train from like one of the major cities in mainland China, from Chongqing, from Beijing or these other cities, to slowly acclimatize as you come up. But yeah, we're just eating breakfast now, and our guide Ben was just telling us that he's been on these tours even with superior athletes, who can do like 50 pull-ups without anything, but even they can like faint 5 times, constantly be vomiting.
It hits everyone differently.
But anyway, today we're going to the Potala Palace. I believe I'm saying that right. I'll let you know if I'm saying that wrong. Yeah, come with us today as we see one of the most famous landmarks here in Tibet. Let's go. And then also guys, on our rooftop, I have a beautiful, beautiful area to chill. Maybe you can eat breakfast. We ate breakfast downstairs, but I just thought I'd show you guys this in the morning. So beautiful, so calm, so quiet, and you can really see this old quarter, all of the houses next to each other. Reminds me a little bit of Rio de Janeiro, where they jump to each house, like on Fast and Furious, the movie. So we're here with our local Tibetan guide, Pema, and what are we doing today?
Today we are going to go to Potala Palace,
okay.
And afternoon we are going to go to Jokhang Temple.
And it's one of the most like holy palaces, right? Like in Tibet.
Yes, this is a very holy place, and also we call it the Winter Palace, right?
Okay.
Dalai Lama, the living room, successive Dalai Lama.
He went there in the winter.
Yes.
Okay guys, so we're just making our way to the palace. I believe we're going to get in our car and then drive. I believe it's around 2 kilometers. Sophia, you're looking so beautiful this morning.
Thank you.
In your traditional dress. Give us a little twirl. Wow, very good. You look, I was about to say you look Bhutanese, but I meant to say you look Tibetan.
Yeah.
Getting confused between the countries, guys. Okay, so what did we just buy?
Oxygen bottle.
Yeah, we just got oxygen. So, as you guys heard, last night was pretty intense, so we thought we'd buy some oxygen just in case. Now we've got that sorted. So, we were just hearing from our guide, Pema, and he was just saying that Tibetans get to go in for free. They don't have to book a time or anything. And I just said to Sophia, maybe they'll just let you walk straight in because you look so Tibetan today.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see, maybe they will. Let's see. And here we go, guys.
Welcome to Potala Palace.
The beautiful Potala Palace, the winter palace for the Dalai Lama. So guys, we just arrived, and as you can see, this line is huge. So all the way down, all the way up into the palace there. So I think we're going to be waiting for about half an hour to an hour. But I think it's going to be worth it because this has honestly been a dream of mine to come here and really see it, because you sort of see it on all the magazines and everything of Tibet. This is like the Sydney Opera House of Tibet. This is the main deal. So one thing I was just asking my guide Pema before is, are these people, when they're doing the mantras, when they're spinning the prayer reels, are they praying for their mind and body, or are they actually also praying to Buddha? Because throughout my travels, I've always asked this question to monks, to gurus, who are they praying to? And he sort of finally answered
my question in the answer that I've been searching for like 3 years. He said the local pilgrims that come here and, you know, they're not on a very high level as far as gurus are concerned, they're praying to Buddha. But once you hit the high level of a guru, you don't necessarily pray to Buddha because you've already got that sort of enlightenment, I guess you could say. So it's like, he said it like this, like, you know, when you're younger in kindergarten, you learn A, B, C, D. But now you don't learn A, B, C, D. You just know it. So I sort of understand where he's coming from, and that sort of makes sense. Quite interesting. And finally someone could answer that. By the way, Pema, our guide, he actually spent some years training next to a monastery. He wasn't a monk itself, but he was doing a lot of religious studies, so he understands all of this. So you can see this here, guys. This is the prayer wheel that I was talking about. So they spin this around when they're praying. You've got a whole heap of different other prayer things, like you've got your mantra beads. The pilgrims here can definitely get all the things they need, but most likely if you're already coming on a pilgrimage, you most likely have all of this. Maybe this is more like souvenirs, or maybe if yours broke, you can definitely get something here. So guys, one thing I'm noticing, which it's not like it really matters, but yeah, like I'm one of the only, well, Sophia and I should say, are one of the only like people that aren't actually from China in this line, which is super interesting because you sort of look, and I thought that there'd be a lot more international tourists here, but maybe just because it's early, that's quite an interesting observation. Okay, so after waiting about 40 minutes to an hour, we finally got in, and we can see how beautiful it really is from here. Sophia, what do you think, darling? So amazing, right?
So pretty.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. So I was reading online that the white parts of the building are for offices, accommodation and administration, and the red parts of the building are for religious studies and religious practices.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, and also the tomb of I believe it was the 4th, is actually here. In the 7th century, this building was started, and then the 17th century was when the Dalai Lama moved out. So yeah, super interesting.
I think this is one of the biggest we have ever seen, because we've been to Bhutan.
Yeah.
But here,
as far as like monastery palaces go, this is definitely the biggest. As we're walking up now, I've just learned that we can't actually film inside. We can't film anything inside. Okay, so our Tibetan guide is now buying the tickets, but we can already start our walk because he's a lot faster than us, and he'll probably catch up to us, right? We'll just go slowly but steady because of the altitude. We've got to go nice and slow, but we should be good. And we've got our oxygen with us as well, and plenty of water. So I gotta say, it's a pretty nice view once you sort of get halfway. You can see a lot of the town from here as well. It seems to be that the government's also built a monument on this side, and then there's some more sort of different monasteries and Tibetan buildings. Hey, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can...
Better than last night, yeah, I can climb that easy. This lovely man here is just carrying his father up the palace, which is absolutely beautiful to see. It just really shows a strong father and son relationship. Okay, so we just made it up to the first entrance here, and behind us is yak wool, right? Mm-hmm. And what was our guide saying? He was saying that it's waterproof.
Yeah, so basically he was saying that the first time it rains, it's not waterproof, but then after that, it will turn waterproof.
Yeah.
So super interesting. So not only do they make the curtains, but also the tents that the nomads use. They use the yak hair. So our guide was just saying that all of this has been designed and made in the architecture to last a long time and to be earthquake proof. So a lot of it is rammed earth, stone, wood. None of it's like bricks or iron or anything like that. And during the time when it was built, there wasn't any electricity or anything like that. So they had to create a lot of windows for light and a lot of ventilation systems for the air conditioning to make it cool. But you can see how thick the walls are
And that's so to make it really earthquake proof. Okay, so we're now in one of the main courtyards here, and this is where they actually do the mask dances. Similar to what we saw in Bhutan, the religious gurus will put on the masks and do all the traditional dances, which is quite interesting. And yeah, I remember when we were in Bhutan, it was quite funny actually. There was one with a big phallus on his head, and remember when we were in Bhutan, how crazy the jokers were? Like with the phallus, and they were like, you know, pretending that the phallus was like going all over us. And it was a bit weird, wasn't it?
It was very weird.
Yeah, but I don't know if they do that here. I think the phallus is more in Bhutan.
Here,
Yeah. It's so bright, everyone's squinting their eyes because the floor and the buildings are all white and all the sun's reflecting. So we're about to go into the main building now, and you can't actually film inside. So here's a little montage of photos that I found online. But yeah, it'll be 40 minutes, very crowded inside there.
See you on the other side.
Okay, so we just got out of the palace there. So it was pretty interesting. We saw the stupas and the tomb of the 5th Dalai Lama, which was super interesting, and also like the statues of Guru Rinpoche and everything. And you could tell with some of the pilgrims that this is a real special moment for them, and it was quite cool to witness that and see like a different culture and sort of the religion of that. But yeah, so right now we're just walking down, and then we'll make our way to lunch. And for lunch, what are we having today?
Nepali.
So we're so excited. So guys, you can see this guy here, he doesn't actually have any hands, and he's doing his pilgrimage for good merit, which is crazy. Yesterday we saw a guy that didn't have a leg doing it, and this guy doesn't have arms. That's dedication. So right now we just came into a park here in Lhasa, which is quite cool, and we thought we'd show you guys this because this probably isn't really shown that much on YouTube, like the local life. So yeah, we thought we'd just show you this park, and it's so cool to see because the government puts in all of this infrastructure for the people and makes these parks. And does it get used? Yes, it does. In the parks in Australia and even in the US, they don't really get used that much, guys, but as you can see, guys, here it really gets used. And all these people, even pilgrims actually, are stretching, you know, doing their thing. They've got kids, they've got the workout machines, and everyone is just having so much fun here, which is like so cool to see. And you can sort of see most of the people here are over the age of 40, which is great because, you know, there's a lot of people, you know, in the West where once we hit 40 we sort of slug down. It's really cool to see this, and I just thought I'd share this with you guys. So guys, actually the timing's quite good for this. My leg really hurts, and I sort of want to stretch it out. Stretch my leg out. Yeah, that's exactly what I needed. My calves were hurting all day.
All day.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Not as good as Sophia's massages, but pretty good.
Can I do it too?
Yeah, go, have a go. There you go. How is it?
Good.
I think we're the youngest people in this park at the moment, other than the kids. Also guys, one thing I wanted to mention was they have the toilet facilities here. And, you know, I don't want to compare the West and China, but one thing I just saw was there's a full-time cleaner cleaning the toilets in here. How many times in Australia have you been into one of the public toilets and they're disgusting? I don't know, like, I don't want to just knock my country, but I'm just saying, like, they really think of everything really for the people, like. And this isn't just in Lhasa, guys. We've visited over 12 Chinese cities and it's all the same. So it sure is interesting how these countries are rising up and growing.
Wow.
Okay guys, we are getting a Tibetan shoe scrub right now. Wow, this is a full-on Tibetan shoe clean, which I've never had before. I've never even had a proper shoe clean, really. I think she's spray painting my shoes right now. A bit of colour in there, doesn't hurt though. Wow, we'll give it a good shine. Look guys, she's made it pretty much brand new, done a really good job. all the different creams and water and everything. Okay, now
My turn.
Sophia's turn.
White.
Oh, they even have white cream.
Oh, she got one.
Wow, she's got cream for every color. Okay, let's see how they come out. Now they're begging Ben to go, but he just bought these shoes last week. There's no point. They're like, please, please, please.
It couldn't be cleaner.
They're very busy though. I think it's not like they're struggling for customers.
I got VIP treatment.
Yeah, now Sophia's got the VIP treatment too. Okay, let's hope that because they've added a second person, they don't try and overcharge us. Okay, now time to pay. 40. 40, right? 50. Ah, 50. Okay. 谢谢. Bye-bye. What's happening? Wow, you gave them earrings?
Yeah, I
That's-
give both of them earrings.
that's really
They've been there
kind.
for so long.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, well, we got our shoes clean. That guy was saying 5. So I'm not sure if that was the local price or if he was meaning to say 50. Anyway, 50 kwai, which is like $6, $3 each. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty
yeah.
good. And gave some earrings to some lovely people. Okay, so we are now at Namaste restaurant, which has a mix of Chinese, Tibetan, and Indian Nepali food. I can't wait. Are you excited?
Namaste.
Okay guys, so we've just came into the restaurant now, and just here is the beautiful Lassa River. Look at that color on that. So nice. And we are going to order Nepali thali set. Okay guys, we were so hungry. I already ate before I told you guys what it's like. Sophia, what's your verdict?
Do not disturb me, I'm eating.
Don't disturb a woman when she's eating, guys. Beautiful, beautiful food. What's this called, Ben?
This is chicken tikka.
Chicken tikka. Ah, nice. But yeah, food, 10 out of 10.
Now this is a real Nepali food.
Yeah.
Because the rice you see
Is
It's not
Nepali
sticky,
rice.
yeah.
Yeah, not Chinese rice. So what do you think of this, Sophia, compared to Nepal's Bagmati River?
This is Bagmati 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
your
Bagmati used to look like this.
your parents used to swim in the river, right?
Yes.
And nowadays you can't even swim in it because it's black.
It's very dirty.
Yeah.
It's very polluted.
But one thing I love about Lhasa, guys, is no pollution, blue skies, river water that is see-through and looks like you can drink out of it. Absolutely beautiful. They've really preserved the environment out here and tried to keep it, well, especially in the city. So yeah, looks lovely. Okay, so right now we just arrived to Sera Monastery.
Sera Monastery.
And we're going to see?
Caves.
No, we're going to see the monks debate.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, we're doing so many things in the next 7 days. We're going to see monks debate. So like this guy, we're going to see different monks debate each other about different philosophies and different teachings. And this should be really unique and probably something you guys haven't seen on YouTube before. So we just got to walk up a little bit through these shops and everything. And the debate starts in about 40 minutes, so we've came a little bit early so we can get a spot to watch. One thing I love in Tibet, in China, is no matter where you go, they have people selling things. Even, hey, you want some cutlery for your cooking, some books. Oh, well, this is very Tibetan and Buddhist. But yeah, they have all types of things for tourists, and it's smart because the people around here, they can make some money and sell some of their goods. Okay guys, so we just got our tickets and we're going through those doors in about 20 minutes. As you can see, like some other people are sort of waiting for this. It's became quite a almost like a tourist attraction to come and see this because it is very unique. I know in some monasteries when they have this, they sort of don't make it open to the public, but this monastery has done, which I think is quite good because, you know, it helps with the donations of their monastery, but it also helps for people to come and see Buddhism and see what it's all about, so that's really good too. Okay, so they've just opened up the gates and everyone's coming in to have a look. So one thing I'm noticing is all of the monks behind this wall are the older monks in the monastery, and then all these monks here are the younger monks, and you can see how much more bubbly and joking they are with their monk friends, where these guys are still humble and nice, but that you can tell that they've been doing this for a while. You know, one thing that's super interesting, guys, when you think about it, is most of these monks here, they just own their beads in their hand, their robes, their shoes, and a cell phone. Some of them don't have cell phones, some of them do. And yeah, that's it. Very simple life of a monk, you know. So you can see, guys, these two are debating, and one of them is asking the questions, which is the guy that's standing, and then the guy that's sitting is answering the questions. I'm still a little bit confused as to what's going on at the same time, because if we look over here, these guys are sort of just chilling and not really doing anything, which, I mean, I don't blame them. They've probably done it a million times, so it's just fascinating to sort of see how this whole thing works. Okay, so we can now see that a debate has kicked off between this guy and this guy, and he sort of just clapped at him like, boom, you know, what's the answer? And he answered the question. It's a bit hard to pick up what they're saying because they're quite quiet, but this would just be based on the philosophy and the different teachings that they learnt today. And it's a good way for them to study as well. You want to study well and listen well, because you might be a little bit humiliated in the debate if you don't know what you're talking about. Another thing too is these debates are also quite a big thing for monks to move up in their ranking. Some big gurus have got to the position that they're in based on these debates and their knowledge. A fascinating way to see the different culture and religion practiced here. As you can see here though, you've got the younger guys, and they are way more active, way more trying to push, you know, their philosophy that they've learnt in the monastery, and they're really getting into it. This guy is getting quite angry at him because he doesn't know the answers. You know, there's a few laughs going on. It's all lighthearted at the end of the day, and you can really see some of the other guys scolding the people sitting down. What's the answer, you know? So yeah, quite a unique way of learning. Okay guys, so before we wrap up the video, I just wanted to ask Ben a few questions. So Ben, you've been to Lhasa how many times now?
Probably about 10 times.
10 times.
Lived in China about 15 years.
Yeah, and you've definitely seen a lot of these debates and stuff before. Have you ever seen like the monks like really getting upset or emotional, or like fighting if it's quite hard for them?
Yeah, they've gotten close.
Yeah.
I've seen. So as you can see from the video, there's various levels of passion. Some monks are just kind of lackadaisical about it, and then others are very fiery in their temperament. And this is actually how the monks are going to work out their hierarchy throughout the monastery. So it's very, very important for them to actually win the debate. The debates that we're seeing right now are just practice debates, but eventually these debates are really going to count for whether or not they get their degree. So people do get really, really passionate about it, and sometimes almost very, very close to getting in a fist fight. I've never actually seen a physical fight, but the passionate people do get close to it.
Wow. Okay. And for tourists wanting to come to Tibet, obviously would Lhasa be the first place you recommend them to come, and then sort of where would they sort of go from there?
Yeah, most people who want to see Everest Base Camp in Tibet are going to start in Lhasa. It's kind of the natural starting point, 3,650 meters, so it's the lowest point on the Tibetan plateau, and then after that everything is getting higher, so it's a great place to acclimatize for 3 or 4 days, see the Potala Palace, see the Sera monk debates, see the Jokhang Temple, get familiar with the culture here, and then move out into kind of the nature as you head to Everest Base Camp.
Perfect. And in the nature you can see things like yaks, nomadic people farming, and then obviously you got Everest Base Camp as well on the Chinese side. I am so glad that dog is chained up. This is their stove where they do all the cooking. There's goats playing on top of here. Shidale or G'day and good morning guys from the beautiful Lassa here in Tibet. Let's see what today brings. So yeah, come along with us today, be right beside us, and let's start today. So we just arrived at this pass. They call it the prayer flag pass.
And look at that view.
And look at the beautiful snow-capped mountains, absolutely amazing. So let's try and make our way up here. Do you want to explain to everyone what all of these ladders mean? And we just saw that along the drive. What does these ladders mean?
So our driver was telling us that this means a ladder to heaven. So they're just trying to reach heaven, and also for good luck they do this. Yeah,
so the Buddhist pilgrims, they draw a ladder on there to sort of say, all right, I'm going to go to heaven type thing.
Yeah, like ladder indicates like trying to climb up.
So yeah, as you can see here, there's more and more ladders, and people, what they do is they get their prayer flags and they carry it all the way across the pass. There's people down here right now, they're actually trying to do that as well.
They're singing.
They're singing as they do it. It's quite funny because it's quite hard, you know, because it's very slippery and they're just trying to get it all up. Let's go down and have a look. So you can see there's so many flags going on, and this group or this family is trying to put theirs up. As you can see, it's coming up now. Wow, so they go all the way to the top to tie it, and then they'll try and put it all the way along to this side to get it to stay there. How cool is that?
Yeah.
And then over here, I don't really know what they're doing. I think they're burning incense. Oh, right, so they're burning the incense to bless the prayer flags in the smoke, and then they'll put it up. You can see down here, this is the whole city of Lhasa. More and more it's getting built up every single day. They're putting more and more infrastructure. Over here you can see they've got the little stones stacked on top of each other. It's quite common in Buddhism for people to do this. Just means balance. But for the locals, this is a really big thing. Because, you know, not just going to monasteries, but also coming to put up their prayer flag with their family is a symbolization of good luck, prosperity, you know, a good afterlife. Have you seen this being done in Nepal before? Like by...
Prayer flag?
Yeah. But like, have you seen people actually do it? Like put it up?
No, I haven't.
No, like I've seen the prayer flags, but I've never seen people put it up themselves. Yeah. So you can see, guys, as well, there's all of these big bundles of prayer flags. And I'm not too sure why. Maybe they fall down and they sort of just bundle them up. I might just ask our guide actually why these big bundles of prayer flags are here on the ground. Pema, why is the prayer flags in the big bundles here? Why is it not?
Because of the collection going to the McLean.
Okay, so this was once hanging up?
Yes, already they hung up upstairs.
But then it fell down.
After that they go down the collection here and then they make clean.
Oh, okay. And this is Tibetan writing, right?
Yeah, all Tibetan writing.
Yeah, yeah. So by putting a prayer flag up today, it's good for their merit and also for maybe their reincarnation and their day-to-day life as well, right?
Yeah,
all the prayers.
Not only for reincarnation, but actually this is for the Buddhism will. This is not so good for thinking this life. We need to think the next life,
yeah,
the next generation.
Of course.
Not only themselves, but for all the living beings.
It's very cold, right? We just got back in the car. Oh, we can turn on the temperature. Yeah, we just got back in the car, guys, because Ben is filming all the way up there. But yeah, it gets very cold. So we're just making our way up to the monastery now. It's just behind these trees here, so another 10 minutes and I think we'll be up the top, and we'll be able to see a really nice view once we get up there as well. Okay guys, so we just stopped off just before we hit the temple. You can see all of these yaks here. So what they actually do is they release them out into the mountains during the daytime, and then in the nighttime they go and collect them and bring them back into the pen so they're safe from any wild animals or anything, and so they keep them nearby. So yeah, super interesting. And right here we're just on a little river down here. Beautiful little river. One thing, guys, that's really interesting, and I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but there's smoke coming off the pavement here, and that's actually the water, the damp evaporating. As the sun comes out, all of the water starts to evaporate. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, so we just got to the top, and oh my gosh, look at this beautiful view. We're going to be hiking all the way up there, and what do we have here? We have some monastery dogs.
Cute puppies.
Cute puppies, hi! Yeah, there's not too many people up there, but you can really see the beauty of this place, especially with the mountains off in the distance, the green grasslands. So beautiful. So yeah, let's hike up now. I can even see here there's a few caves I can see already, meditation caves, but I'm sure we'll find a few along the way as well. Okay, Ben, can you tell us a little bit about this place and the elevation we are now and the significance of sort of what goes on here and everything?
Okay, so this is Drak Yerpa Meditation Caves. Most foreigners do not get to visit this set of caves as they're going through Lhasa, so this is a very special place. Not a lot of tourists, which is why I really like it. Very peaceful. Right now we're at 4,300 meters above sea level, so just about 600 meters above Lhasa, and then if you follow the mountain all the way up, these caves actually go all the way up to 4,900 meters. That's very, very high. So traditionally this is a meditation cave area for Lhasa's greatest Buddhist masters, including Guru Rinpoche and other very scholarly and academic Buddhist masters. So basically, if anyone has been a great Buddhist master through the years in Lhasa over the last 1,000 years, they've probably studied and meditated in these caves. People even still use them today and meditate for sometimes a couple months or maybe even years at a time, and just subsist off a few little offerings that their family brings them.
So just before we start, we're greeted with these stupas, as you can see, and they have the prayer wheels on them as well, which people use and turn for good luck and prosperity, simply just like this. Yeah, a lot of Buddhists will do that for like good luck, prosperity, and sort of do that before they enter into the monasteries. And just like any place in Tibet and China, there is tourist things to sell, different prayer beads and also yak butter. They do that to, keep the monastery going, and it helps their business as well. But yeah, you can see the old traditional buildings here made out of rock, and then these ones here have been made out of stone from the mountains. So one thing, guys, this is a Tibetan slingshot where you put a big rock in there and you swing it around, similar to David and Goliath, and you can, get a wolf or something, I don't know, maybe a bird, probably not a wolf, but a bird or something like that. So yeah, that's all made from yak hair, which is super cool. You can see here, due to the development and infrastructure, they've put in a nice lovely path now. Hello, how are you? Tashi Dele. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you. What is your name?
Name is Lozan Yixi.
Lozan, nice to meet you. Australia.
Australia.
Yeah, you're Australia. Yeah, you're from Tibet?
Tibetan.
Yeah, okay.
Yunnan, Shangri-La.
Oh, wow, you've came very far. Yeah, wow, okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Have a nice day. So yeah, as I was just saying, guys, due to the infrastructure investment, they've put in a nice pathway, which is really good for the pilgrims and tourists visiting. You can see here, this is their old sort of forms of structure. This is just mud, dirt, rammed earth, and this was probably one of their, old little houses or something like that. Where people do their blessing. Now when we go inside, we actually have to take our hats off. So Sophia will have to take her hat off out of respect.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh wow. This is a lot nicer than what I thought. I thought it would just be a rock cave, but they've built it up a lot. Oh.
This is the North Cave,
Mm-hmm.
This is the rock carving.
Yeah.
Knowledge Buddha, compassion, Vajrapani.
Yeah.
But this is the original built in 7th century.
So when you were a kid, did you go to any of these sort of Buddhist things?
Yeah, I went to Buddhist temple. I also used to chant mantras and
Yeah. Is it a bit similar to
it's
Nepal?
Hindu and Buddhist at the same time.
So is this vibe similar to Nepal?
I haven't really been to much of monasteries and.
When you were a kid?
No, it's not the same because we are more like Hindu.
Yeah, that's interesting. Pema, what was that you just ate?
What do you got this English name? I don't know.
What's it taste like?
It tastes a little bit sour.
Sour, okay, yeah. And it's edible. So you just eat this flour?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Oh wow, man, strong man. I could not. Oh look, it has spikes on the plant too. So all of these flowers on this one is used to make tea.
Yes.
Just in here, he's put the flower petals, and now it'll be nice tea.
Come on, wow. It's very good to make tea.
Okay, everyone else is eating it. It's good?
Wow, it's really good.
Really? Mm. Oh wow, it's really sweet. Oh, bit bitter, but good. So out of this plant, guys, they make incense, and in Tibetan they call it kempa. So guys, this one here is right in the rock in the caves, and this is very tiger nest Bhutan vibes right here. Just like a miniature version. I find, guys, this is like those memes where it's like your unemployed friend on a Tuesday visiting random meditation caves on the side of a mountain in Tibet. Well, not so much random, they have a big significance, but yeah, let's go check it out. Wow, how's it feel? Very
Slimy.
wow, slimy, yeah. Okay, so we're now inside the cave, guys, and this is where people do their meditation. So we're now entering one of the other caves. It's a bit crowded in here, but this is another meditation cave, as you can see. And people donate money and everything. But this was such a cool experience to see this and see what a different culture, a different religion. Yeah, as you can probably tell, it's a little bit hard with the altitude at the moment. How are you feeling?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The altitude's hitting me pretty hard right now.
It is.
So in here is another cave, but the other one I think is a bit cooler because this one's like a little bit, it's
Cavey?
quite big, yeah. Where the other one was like quite small and like homely. So guys, one funny thing, and I think I picked it up on film then, is all of the Tibetans look at Sophia and I and they're like, because they think Sophia's Tibetan, and then they can't believe that a Tibetan girl is with a white guy, because that's extremely uncommon in this area. And then
So
they're
many
also
people
trying to work out if Sophia is Tibetan or not. It's so funny. And this happens in every country you go to. Bhutan,
Actually,
Bangladesh, everywhere. So guys, I just sort of wanted to talk about and sort of say that there's a lot of things that is hard to talk about in Tibet. And there's a lot of things that can't really be said. But I just wanted to sort of acknowledge that there's a lot of things that are difficult to talk about. And I just sort of want to leave it at that. I think you guys can know what that means, but yeah, that's all. Okay, so we've just drived on this newly built road, which used to be a dirt road, and then it sort of ends just here. And you can just see all of these nomads, well, ex-nomads. I'd say that they've recently built these houses, but yeah, they're herding all of their yaks. So we might go over and say hello, but guys, this is a real luxury to actually see what we're seeing right now, because most tourists, you will not get to see this, and this isn't planned. You can see how the guys are looking at me really strange. Like, what is this guy doing here with a camera? Because this isn't planned, but what you can see here is they're picking up all yak poo, and this will all dry out, and they'll use that for their cooking. They even have a little Tibetan cat and a big mastiff over there, chained up. I am so glad that that dog is chained up. We would have been done for. But they have a cute little cat. Hi. Hi. Meow. Meow. I might just follow this guy. But yeah, as you can see, this is the mastiff dog. The true mountain dog. Oh, they're letting us go inside. Okay, that's really kind. So yeah, wow, this is unexpected. We get to go inside their home now. So as you can see, guys, these ropes on the ground, this is where they tie the yak at nighttime. During the day, they let the yaks roam free and eat all the grass and get bigger and stronger. Hey, it's okay, calm down. He's an evil one. As you can see here, the yak, one of the yakses came down to drink some water. Hi, yak. And have another cat too. Hi. It's okay, you don't have to be afraid. Very local home, as you can see, guys. Just dirt floor. This is their stove where they do all their cooking, their beds for sleeping, and this is all the cow dung where they burn to do the cooking.
The milk for shaking.
Oh, this is milk.
They're going to take the butter.
Oh, okay. You can see here they've got some tomatoes, which is quite rare in this part of the valley. This is quite a luxury because nothing really grows here. And as you can see, it's been grinded down here. And in there, that's the yak poo that they're burning. So you might be thinking, why do they burn yak poo? Well, there's actually no trees here. So the only thing to burn is yak poo. I'm so glad, I can't speak any Tibetan, but I'm very glad that these guys let us in to sort of show what a local Tibetan home looks like, which is such a rare experience. Isn't it amazing how they use the yak poo for their cooking and everything?
When there is a will, there is a way, because not just wood, like, you can even burn poo.
Yeah, that's right. You can see here, they've just left out all their tools. Everything's safe here, nothing's going to get stolen. I think we'll give them a little something as well. Hopefully they have WeChat. and we can give them a little something. You can see, I just noticed here it says a ticket office. What's this for?
No. This is the people there.
Oh, that's for there.
They're carrying to here.
Oh, okay, no problem. Can you just tell them thank you for letting us see their house and everything? It's rare to see a true local place. If it's okay with them, I'd like to give them some money on Wishi or something. So, after talking to them, we just realized why this building says ticket office on there. And that's because this is the old ticket office building for the monastery down there. And instead of, demolishing it and putting it in the bin, they've recycled it and put it on their own land. And I'm sure that they probably even sleep in there now because this is a much nicer building compared to their home. That's why their home probably has the yak done inside. How often do they lose a yak and they can't find it?
Yeah, once in a while.
Once in a while. And is there dogs and wolves? What's the wolves, right? And that's why they have the mastiff to help protect. At nighttime, if he sometimes barks, they know that there's wolves?
Yeah, they do.
Really? Wow. So there you go, guys. So the mastiff, the big dog, at nighttime, if he's barking, that means most likely there's a wolf or something of another around this area. So there you go. That's why the dog is so vital and important. So guys, we're also learning why yak meat is so famous and nutritious. Because this grass is so high, it's considered a really pure form of grass. The water that they drink around here comes straight from the Himalayas, which is the purest form of water. So yak meat is considered to be really rich in really good things for your body. And because of that, they actually sell yak meat 4 times the price of buffalo meat in Nepal. Wow. So for 1 kilo, it's 2,000 rupees, is about $16 for 1 kilo of yak meat, which for Tibet is quite expensive. So behind me here, you can see this is one of their older houses. The new one they've recently built, but this one you can see it's older because of all of the weeds and everything growing on it. It's quite interesting to see this older type of Tibetan house. Oh guys, so we are now up in the village and there's goats playing on top of here, and the goats are playing here on top of the mountain here. And you can see that these houses here are so untouched. This road is brand new, by the way, you can tell. It looks like they have power. This power looks pretty new as well. So they've recently got roads and power, really good, by the government to help them out with that. Oh, okay. Our guide was just saying be careful of the dog. Should probably be careful of that. But as you can see, this is their traditional place, and it's sort of like a compound almost, because they've got a wall around their actual house, which is a bit like a compound, isn't it? Okay, you've been sleeping. Good morning. So we have arrived at a local's house for lunch. This lovely lady here. So let's go in and try their food.
Okay.
Lovely little outside courtyard here. Very Tibetan style. Yeah. It's beautiful. Wow, this is beautiful. Can you tell her home is really beautiful? This is going to be an awesome experience eating in a local house. Got some little snacks here too. Some dates and candy, and I'm not too sure what this is. She's just pouring us some tea at the moment. Okay, so we're just going to taste some tea. Cheers, guys. Oh, a little bit hot, but really good. So this is her prayer wheel. Oh wow, that's really cool.
She sits here and
does this all day. And this is the lotus flower, right? Yeah, wow.
Inside every prayer wheel,
yes,
prayers are written on a paper. These are rolled up in a clockwise.
Yes.
So when you spin it,
yep,
it would be counted as reading a scripture.
I understand.
Simultaneously, we murmur the mantra. That's how it works.
Yep. Wow. So you can see that on this side they have like one house, and then this side is another house, and they've just like joined it with this outdoor room, which is super beautiful. So guys, in here, this is their bathroom, and this is on the outside of their house. And as you can see, it's just a hole in the ground, and then to flush it, you just get water and you just go like this.
For those of you who didn't know that, a lot of people know that around the world, but also a lot of Westerners like me probably wouldn't have known that if they hadn't done traveling. Sophie's looking at me like, oh my gosh, how would someone not know that? But it's true, a lot of people don't know that. They have their fancy Western thrones, their toilets. So we're just getting a little tour.
We always keep one room separate.
Yeah, so as Tibetans, no matter what, rich, poor, anything, you have a prayer room. Wow, this is the prayer room. Oh wow, it's very big. They pray in here every day?
Not really, but then the offering we do it daily.
Yeah.
The water offering you
Yes.
see quite frequently, right?
Wow.
So as soon as we get up, before we eat anything, after brushing our teeth and washing our hands, the first water has to be offered to Buddha. And before the sunset, we collect them back. It's like a daily offering. So this is the offering which we offer during the New Year time. Tibetan New Year time.
And also in here, guys, this is their living room with their TV. The photo of President Xi Jinping. Quite interesting, nice little local room. Okay guys, so we're
One
about
of the
to
most
try
common food which
samje. So samje has potatoes, rice, noodles and yak meat. So let's give this a taste. Oh wow. That's good. It's really nice. It's really like homely and not too dry, like a nice like soupy type feel. So guys, so this is local Tibetan bread. How cool does that look? Let's give this a taste. Wow, that's really good. Delay or g'day and good morning, guys. This is our minibus behind us, and for the next 2 to 3 days we're going to be experiencing rural Tibet on our own time. That's right, we're not on a big tour or anything like that. We're going to be on a private tour, stopping where we want to stop, talking to people who we want to talk to, and seeing a side of Tibet that you may have not seen on YouTube before. Be right beside us on this tour.
Let's make this trip amazing.
Let's make this trip amazing. All right, let's go. So this is our cool van for today, or for the next few days. And Ben from Elevated Trips, our guide, he organized this. So yeah, we're pretty excited for this private tour. Let the fun begin. Woohoo! So we stopped for a bathroom break, but they're renovating the bathroom. But that's okay. There's a beautiful river here to look at. Do you remember the name of the river?
Brahmaputra.
Yeah, Brahmaputra River. So there you go. Pretty beautiful. Okay, so we just stopped off at this little tourist spot on the top of the mountain, and they have photos, guys, with massive yaks and also mastiff dogs. We've already done the yak photo before, right?
Yeah.
So I think doing it with the dogs would be quite good. You can see that they've even put sunglasses on the dogs. They're absolutely huge. Massive, big, they look like mammoths. And, you know, guys, also it's a little bit sad in a way because, you know, they're being, you know, used for tourism. But, yeah, these are massive dogs, and they're called, what's the name? Mastiff.
Tibetan Mastiff.
Tibetan Mastiff, yeah. You want to take a photo?
Yes, they're huge.
Absolutely massive, right? Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna pay you, don't worry.
Pay.
He's saying money. We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
We're just filming first. Okay guys, so I'm gonna sit with the Mastiff dogs now. Wow, these are two really big beasts right here. Hello. Wow, and so friendly. But you can see this red stuff on them. That's actually artificially put on, and it's actually to protect their neck from wolves. So in the nighttime when they're watching the yaks, the owners actually put this on them to protect their neck, because that's where the wolves would go for their neck. Yeah, these guys could probably rip me to shreds if they really wanted to, but because they were raised from young babies, you know, they sort of used for tourism, which it's a bit sad, but I guess at the same time they're not being fought by wolves. Okay, so now it's Sophia's turn with the dogs. How do you feel?
I'm a bit scared, but yeah.
Bit scared?
Nice.
They love a good scratch. Give them a real good scratch. Yeah. You like that? Hey? Aww. And they also have the beautiful white yaks that people can get on and ride, but we did this last time, and I don't think we really need to do it. As for the yaks, you know, would they rather be grazing in the grasslands? Probably. But
you know, that's what tourism is, isn't it? So, okay, this is a little sheep. Wow, okay. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, thank you. Oh, this is my Tibetan sheep. Hi. Hi.
So cute.
Oh, it's okay. Just one is good. Okay. Yeah. So now I've got 2 sheep.
Ah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think they're gonna try and charge me so much. No, it's okay. You wanna hold?
Yeah. Oh.
Don't take it. Don't take
The
it.
one's enough.
Yeah. Such a little baby sheep. Wow, so cute. Wow.
Okay.
So beautiful. Look here. Smile.
I don't want it to fall.
It won't
over.
fall.
Oh, little sheep. I want a baby sheep.
You want a baby sheep? Yeah, we'll get one day, okay? When we have our land, when we build our house, we'll get baby sheep.
Will it survive in Kathmandu?
Yeah, it'd be alright. So you can see up here, it's really became quite a tourist attraction. I think originally they just had 2 dogs, and then, you know, it just became more and more. So yeah, but you can see here the view is just so beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So yeah, welcome. Sometimes in China they do this. Massive, loud, annoying music next to a beautiful creation by God. Oh my gosh. They just ruin it. Why the music? So also here guys, they've built a lot of restaurants. They're still building more, increasing more tourism in this place because it's so beautiful. But unfortunately this is what happens, and it gets over tourism and you get music like that playing, sort of wrecks the experience. Like guys, don't get me wrong, music's great, but don't have it so loud where you can't even think. Maybe I'm being negative, maybe I'm not, I don't know.
This is stunning.
What do you think of this?
Very beautiful.
It's like out of a movie, right?
Yeah.
And look how blue the water is, guys. That is absolutely crazy blue.
Mesmerizing.
Yeah. I'll show you guys some drone shots in 3, 2, 1.
1, 0.
Yeah guys, as you can tell, as you can see behind me, many cars, lots of people, big tourist attraction, which is okay, but I just don't understand the singing. I just don't get it. Yeah, 2. He's just cooking them, so it'll take a while to get ready. Gosh guys. So loud music. Why?
Because of the Chinese, they like to listen to music, right?
Yeah. This is like such peaceful meditation type place, and when I was ordering my food I couldn't hear what he was saying, even though I don't speak any Chinese, but still. Okay, so we just got 2 sausages, one for you, one for me.
Cheers.
Cheers. How's your sausage?
It's like a sausage.
That's good. So one thing guys is that we're actually just under 5,000 meters in elevation, 4,998 meters above sea level, right?
Yeah, that's just hard to breathe.
It's very hard to breathe here. So this is what Everest Base Camp will feel like. A lot of people are taking photos with this rock, which symbolizes the elevation, but yeah, we don't need to do that. We can just see it. So we're just gonna have some oxygen, guys. The elevation is really, really high. And have some water as well. So just here, they're about to do a performance with yaks. Well, people yaks, I should say. Whoa, that's scary. And there's another one up here too. So every 5 minutes or so, it seems they do a local dance.
That's so
loud. Okay, now back inside, off to our next destination, which is my favorite one, lunch.
It's snowing.
just came down to the lake itself. I'm so excited to show. We should be able to even touch the water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, the little sheep are getting bottle fed with milk. So cute. Okay, so we are now down at the beautiful, beautiful lake. This is really beautiful, guys. You can see they've got the yaks here again for tourism purposes. Most of the tourists have already seen the yaks on the way, so that's why they're not that busy. Okay, let's touch the water.
Blue, clean, clear water.
Blue, clear, clean water. 1, 2, 3.
Achoo!
It's a bit cold. So yeah, guys, look at this. Just beautiful. One thing that is quite difficult at the moment, guys, I have to say, is the altitude. Because yeah, it's really hard to walk around because it's just so easy to get out of breath. I have to say though, these yaks here, they've got a lot of food, which is good. Whereas the other yaks in the other spots didn't have so much food. So Ben, I sort of just wanted to ask, you know, we've seen a lot of different tours today, and I sort of see these big buses filled with so many like tourists, and you know, they're going from one spot to the other, and it doesn't feel that sort of personalized. So like, what would be the difference between like your company Elevated Trips to like these big sort of tours?
Good question, Jack. So I named my business Elevated Trips because obviously we're elevated high on the plateau here, but ultimately it's also a reference to the elevated service. So, you know, if you just want to get lumped in with 50 other people and kind of get pushed along from place to place. However, if you want a more personalized bit of service, we'd love to give you that. You know, our tours are maybe 6 to 10 people maximum. And, you know, I've lived here 15 years. I know the best places, best restaurants will be with you all day long from 8 o'clock in the morning all the way to 10 o'clock at night. On these bus tours, a lot of these, the people are left to their own. And so they don't always have a lot of guidance. You kind of get what you pay for, you know, but I find those bus tours to be pretty impersonal. You're kind of following a Chinese tour guide around with a, you know, a flag. And ultimately, a lot of those guides, you know, aren't even Tibetan people. And the big thing about our business is that we support the local economy. Every single driver, hotel owner, guide, they're all local Tibetans. So you know that by traveling with us, your money is going directly into the economy here rather than into some, you know, big travel business in Chengdu or Beijing.
That's what I love, guys. You know, like when you're coming here, you're seeing the history, you're seeing the people, and the best way to give back is actually, you know, to book a tour through supporting that. So I think that's great. So Ben, also with this lake, like, can you tell us a bit more about it?
Yeah, so this is called Yamdro Lake. It is one of the 4 holiest lakes in all of Tibet. Right now we're at 4,450 meters, so that's pretty high above sea level. You can definitely feel the breathing, you know, as you're breathing out here. But this is a holy lake. It's about 100 kilometers long, so really, really long. I was just telling Jack, I was flying my drone and I flew 500 meters and it didn't look like the lake moved at all because the lake is so expansive. There wasn't any point of reference to show any motion in the drone footage. So that's how big the lake is. Pilgrims will come down here and drink the water just to get a blessing from the lake. So you can kind of think about this as like the Tibetan version of the Ganges or the Brahmaputra as far as a holy lake. This is a freshwater lake rather than a saltwater lake, which is very significant. So there are a lot of fish that grow in here, but Tibetans do not eat or cook the fish because it's considered a holy lake.
Awesome. So obviously, guys, you can tell Ben is full of knowledge and expertise. So if you guys want to come to Tibet, if you want a amazing personalized tour that you're not just going to be felt like you're a number, but you're going to be an actual person, you know, understanding everything and understanding the Tibetan culture, talking to Tibetan locals and people and everything like that, then definitely check out Ben's website below, elevatedtrips.com.
So here we are saying hi to this beautiful birds. Hello!
Okay, it's lunchtime.
Lunchtime!
So now we've came to a Tibetan local place for lunch. Hello, Tashi Dele. Okay, so as you can see, this is a pretty local restaurant. It looks like Sophia's going to order from the menu, and I think I might get what's on the buffet. They have a few foods, like they've got some pork, chicken, beef. Oh yeah, here's the rice. So yeah, I think I might go with the buffet. Wow, thank you. So they've just bought us massive ginger lemon honey teas, and these are very good for altitude.
These are very good for altitude.
Pretty good. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Okay, so we just got yak fried rice, as well as I decided, guys, I didn't go for the buffet. So yak fried rice, and what do we get? Yak noodles? Yeah. So let's try. Yeah, really tasty. Lots of vegetables in there. You like it? Yeah. Yak soup.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So guys, this yak soup, it's almost bigger than my head. So we've got a massive big spoon here. Some nice rice noodles.
Cheers.
Wholesome. A little bit plain, not gonna lie. Probably need to put some chili flakes or soy sauce in here. But really fresh ingredients.
So here's our food. The food was really good, but can't really finish it. Now it's time to go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Wow.
So we just got to the glacier. Wow.
Pretty.
It's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No? Yes, but no.
Yeah, this is so beautiful. So this frozen ice on top of rocks, on top of the mountain. We're 5,000 meters above sea level right now.
I want to eat it.
Yeah, it looks tasty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we both just went to put on some warmer clothes. Sophia put her hat on and I put my Tibetan jacket on.
It's gonna fly away.
Yeah, it's a bit windy here. As you can see, there's a walk all the way up to the pass up there. Hello.
This is beautiful.
What's that?
This is beautiful.
Ah, beautiful.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
How much?
This one, 200.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is okay. This is,
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
This
No, thank you. It's
this
okay.
mountain. This mountain.
Yeah, it's okay. No problem.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't want to buy. It's okay. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's okay. I don't need. I don't need. It's a baby sheep.
Baby sheep.
Baby sheep. And the baby sheep's mum. Hi, mum. Hi. And also all the prayer flags and the stupa. So beautiful. Absolutely amazing. So guys, we just went to the toilet and that was the worst toilet.
World's most disgusting toilet
Disgusting toilet. So, tourism board, fix the toilets, please. It is disgusting.
It's not just in one place. It's like
Everywhere in Tibet, you need proper sanitation because it's all holes in the ground. Like,
and you can't go in because there's like 10,000 housefly,
yeah, it smelled so bad.
mosquitoes and everything flying, and it smells disgusting.
Yeah.
You rather choose nature.
The roads are good, the restaurants are good, but please fix your toilets. Please. Yeah, bad toilets. We would show you, but you would vomit from the video. So we're not going to show you. Please fix the toilets. So we just stopped off. Little dogs. Hi. Don't worry, I'm not going to hit you with this. So guys, you can see so many prayer flags right here. It's crazy. Let's go up to the top, and apparently there's a big dam, like a hydropower dam, I believe, that we can see at the top, so let's see. Okay, so we just reached the top. What do you think, Sophia?
Stunning again.
Stunning. So as you can see, they've built a whole dam here. That's why all the water is backed up.
Doesn't look real, right?
Yeah. I'm a bit confused though because I can't see the concrete for the dam, but there's definitely something here. Maybe it's on the other side. I can't seem to see it, but there's definitely something that's pulling all this water in. In Tibet, they have a lot of hydropower dams to power the whole area. This is maybe one of them, or it's almost finished. I'm not too sure, but yeah. You can see all these prayer flags as well. So beautiful. Guys, it's pretty funny to see this. So they've tied all the prayer flags to the security camera instead of to the side where they're meant to, and now the security camera's fallen over, so a bit ironic there, but pretty funny. I think let's buy the dog a sausage. What do we think? That looks pretty good. Okay, so we got our sausage. Now we have to find the puppy dog all by itself so they don't fight. Dog, go. We got to lure just one away because we only bought one. There we go. Yummy sausage. Okay, so we just arrived to the city of Shigatse, Tibet's second biggest city. It even has an airport here, and fun fact is Han Chinese come here for the summer to do business and their business. In the winter they actually go back home to, you know, Beijing, Shanghai, Chongqing, wherever they're from. So yeah, super interesting. We're about to go and eat some dinner, and then we'll check into our hotel. Okay, so it's very busy in this restaurant, and there's also Nepali waiters, which was cool. So we got to speak to them in Nepali. We ordered 2 chicken kana sets, and we ordered 2 lemon honey ginger teas. Okay guys, so we almost started eating without showing you, but this is the food. Let's give it a taste, shall we? Pretty good. Deimito. Let's get your review, Sophia. Thank you. Oh yeah. It's good?
Welcome to Everest Base Camp.
Everest! Woohoo! We did it! Ashi delay or g'day and good morning guys. Today we are going to
Everest Base Camp.
That's right, so you might be thinking Everest Base Camp, isn't that in Nepal? No, it's also in Tibet, in China. We are driving all the way up. No hiking today. There is a road in Tibet that starts from the bottom of the mountain all the way up to base camp. Can you believe it? I'm shocked. After Sophia and I actually trekked Everest Base Camp ourselves, it took 7 days in Nepal. This time we're going to be going all the way up in a car, so it's going to be nice and simple and really, really good. Try not to get run over here. So yeah, come along with us today as we go up Everest Base Camp. Yeah, 8 hours of driving today. It's going to be fun, but there's going to be a lot of stops on the way. Are you excited?
Super excited.
Are you guys excited? All right, let's go. So we just stopped on the side of the road to go to the toilet in nature, because the toilets here are few and far in between. I just saw this sign and I thought this was interesting. Rational use of natural resources prevents environmental pollution and ecological damage. Issued by the Nature Reserve, so a government organisation. You can see here that this is a whole, it looks to be like an old river or an old water-based bed, because you can see all the rocks. It's very different to this type of land here. One thing I'm noticing a lot is they're planting trees in the soil to try and lock in the moisture and prevent massive dust storms and everything turning into desert and sand. So that's quite good, that what the government's doing. Like you can see down here, if we zoom in, you can see all these trees, all of these have been just planted to lock in the moisture. So yeah, anyway, we'll get back on the road soon. How's the road trip going so far for you?
So far, so good.
Yeah?
TK.
Oh, nice. Record moments. Hey, there's us. Very good. Hey everyone, my first foreign friend in life has arrived. Got a group photo in hand. This photo freezes not only smilers but also fate and mountains.
That's
wow.
so sweet.
Taihola.
Yeah.
Very good. He was so shocked that I knew that word. Okay, so we just stopped off, quick rest stop. And Ben from Elevated Trips, our lovely guide for this trip, could you just tell us what's behind us and sort of the significance?
Okay, so as you're driving from Lhasa to Everest Base Camp to Kathmandu, this is what we consider probably one of the most beautiful and stunning overland drives in the world. And we're actually driving on this road called G318. And so this road actually goes all the way from Shanghai down to Lhasa and then crosses the Nepal border, and it's called the Friendship Highway because it indicates the friendship between Chinese and Nepal. And so you have this sign behind me that says 5,000 kilometers, which means if you had started driving in Shanghai, you would have driven on the same highway 5,000 exact kilometers to this point as we reach Everest Base Camp. So it's a significant marker.
Why is she missing an arm?
She has a cigarette.
Look, her arm's missing. And she has a cigarette, which someone has put there. Sorry. Oh, and you have lipstick on as well. So yeah, as you can see, all Chinese tourists are taking photos with this. Very special for them. And up here you can sort of see some little Tibetan house or even a monastery maybe in the side of this rock. And then they have like little snacks and sausages and different drinks and stuff. Do you want to get a sausage?
Sneakers.
You want a Snickers? Okay. Hello, Tashi Dole. One? And one.
One.
Yeah. So Sophia, here is your Snickers, and I got my sausage. Such a lifesaver these are, because if you're really hungry, they're super easy for the vendors to like make in their little sausage oven. They're quite tasty too, but I think very filled with fat. How's the Chinese Snickers?
Me too.
Pretty tasty. So Sophia couldn't resist and she got a sausage. So what did we just buy?
Fridge magnet.
And what is it?
A Tibetan little pink doll.
We finally got our first souvenir of the trip. And we actually like getting fridge magnets because we put all of our magnets from different countries on the fridge. Shout out to our friend Nonstop Eurotrip, his YouTube channel. He gave us that idea. But yeah, he has like 200 magnets. Crazy. Hi. Hi, small dog. You're so little. Okay, so we're back on the road, but I just wanted to share a story when we were buying these Snickers. So he thought, I scanned the Alipay and I said how much, and he clicked 8. And I'm like, oh, that's a little bit expensive for this, but no worries, I'll pay it. But then he realized that I was actually holding the small one and not the big one, which the big one is 8 and the small one is 3. Such an honest man goes back and clicks 3. I just want to say that I don't want to name the countries, but there's a lot of countries that we've both been to in the past where they wouldn't be honest like that. They just charge us 8. So yeah, shout out to that man because so honest. Okay, we've just arrived. It's 12:30, and you know what that means? It's time for lunch. Pep show. That means let's go. We are at a Chinese restaurant here, so let's see what they have. So we just came into the restaurant. We've got our menus here, which are also translated in English, which is great. And then whatever we want, we just write down the number on this piece of paper. Okay, so we just got some yellow tea. It looks a little bit like something else, but let's taste it. It's pretty good. Today, guys, honestly, is just a lot of driving.
I'm tired.
Yeah, it's like, even though we don't do anything, you just sort of get tired. But hopefully this little restaurant here will be beneficial and it'll be good, some good food, and we can get our energy back. So I think we'll stop off at a few more places today, a few more Tibetan places, and yeah, just see what today goes. But the highlight will be at the end of this video, so make sure you watch until the end when we reach Everest Base Camp. Okay, so my fried rice with chicken and vegetables came out. So let's give this a taste. Pretty good, not too oily. And I can definitely tell that this is gonna fill me up. We've also got some fries. You wanna taste one? How is it?
Hot.
It's hot? Is it good though? Yeah? Oh yeah, pretty good. Okay, so what do you have there?
My big bowl of soup.
That is a massive bowl. You wanna try the broth? Tell us how it tastes. Good?
Yeah, it tastes like I'm sick and then I'm having it's yummy though.
It's like a nice healthy
Very light,
soup.
healthy, yeah.
Okay, so just finished lunch. Sophia's still eating her massive bowl of noodles. But I just thought I'd show you guys what a random Tibetan Chinese town looks like. Yeah, this is pretty much it. It's just like a roadside stop. But what I've noticed is, as we're driving, is they're building a lot of little towns along the highway, and we're not seeing that many nomad tents anymore. And I feel like a lot of the nomadic people have come into a lot of government built homes. This is quite weird to see, like you can rent these and drive around. But as you can see, there's not that many people. Just find it interesting. Up here is like a bit of a truck mechanic stop, and they even have the crossing. So yeah, pretty random little town, but these are all spotted all over the highway. Got some little street dogs right here. They're gonna come over. Oh, quickly, don't get run over. Hi. Yeah, so, and then as you can see here, they've got a mechanic truck stop, which is quite good because there's so many trucks importing and exporting different minerals, different goods. So, you know, trucks always have problems, don't they? In here, this is just a local little mart. So let's go inside, see what they have. Ni hao. Yeah, so they've just got all different snacks and everything. As you can see, a lot of the shelves are pretty empty. And they've got some noodles, some whiskey with a guy sticking his thumb up. So not too much is happening, but you can sort of get your essentials here. And then yeah, that's pretty much the tour of the entire town. And then over here you just have some more restaurants and stuff. I was hoping we could talk to some local people just like chilling, but doesn't really seem to be any people. Yeah, it's quite surprising because I know maybe 20, 30 years ago these little towns wouldn't really exist. It'd just be all nomadic lands. But China has really built everything up and has put in the and has put in the infrastructure to manage all the ongoing things that are happening here. See here now, according to the pedestrian crossing, I can walk across, but there's barely any cars anyway. So you can tell a lot of unnecessary infrastructure also goes into this. You can see this pathway all the way up, but no people. So we are officially at the highest point of our whole trip.
Highest point that we could ever be.
Yeah.
This is
5,248 meters. It's actually higher than Everest Base Camp. And you can tell because the altitude, it's a bit hard to breathe. So they've just got some prayer flags here. Nothing special really, it's just a really high point of the mountain. We've both got our traditional Tibetan clothes on. Guys, we shouldn't have ran at 5,200 meters. We're out of breath now.
We have free oxygen, free boiled water, all kinds of drinking water, coffee and everything. Hello.
I love you.
Dasi, Dasi Dale. Dasi Dale. I love you. Okay, that's good. I love Tibet.
This is puzzle.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Where is this from?
puzzle.
Where is that from?
Puzzle.
Okay, nice. Looky. I like your hair. Hair nice. Yeah.
Real fossils
Real?
that I believe prove the existence of the global flood in Noah's time.
Oh wow.
Because
I see.
Mount Everest was underwater.
Right. Look at this, honey. This is a real fossils, right? So
Wow.
it proves
Yeah.
like the earth was flooded
Yeah.
in Noah's time, right? Like because it's Mount Everest.
Okay guys, so we are in the last pass before we get to Mount Everest. And you can actually see, if you zoom in all the way over there, is Everest just peeking out. That is so beautiful. Yeah, wow, that is stunning. I don't know if you can see it from there. See, from the Nepal side, you can't actually see Mount Everest. You can't see the top. Most people think you can, you can't. Even from base camp, you can't see it. But from the Tibet side, it's in all its glory, which is amazing.
Mount Everest, Sagarmatha, we can finally see it because when we went to Everest base camp from Nepal side, the lock wasn't in our favor because we just saw it once.
Just the very tip.
Yeah, just the very tip. But
Yeah.
now you can see it clearly, just right there.
That's insane. The tallest mountain in the
beautiful.
whole world. Wow. Okay, so we're currently waiting to go through the border. I can't show you guys the border, but you can see that there's cars next to us all lined up. So we've got our permits and everything, and then we will cross into the Everest sort of border side. Let's try.
That's Kapse.
This is kapse.
Kapse.
This was made by his mother, and he's brought it on the trip.
It was brought from my hometown.
Wow. Okay.
We share this.
Yeah.
It's very popular in Nepal.
Mmm.
Mm.
Tasty.
Can you get used to eating this?
Yeah. Thank you.
Share.
Thank you. So, if you haven't already could tell already, we made it through the border. Yay! So it's pretty crazy, guys. Chinese infrastructure. They just build. Here's the gate into the national park, and you can see off into the distance they have the mountains and everything. Hello. And this is the tourist terminal service center. They've even got loud music playing, which is so Chinese. So we're going to try some of their homemade processed lamb, guys, straight from their village, straight from their farm, dried out. Wow. Really good. Teihola. Just one is good. Thank you.
No, thank you.
This month he's vegetarian.
Sorry.
Bema. Wow, that's good.
Okay guys, we did it. Look at that, the tip of Mount Everest and all of the other mountains. Wow, the tallest mountain in the world, clear as day, no clouds. We are so lucky.
We did it.
We did it. Wow, amazing. So cool. That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, just look at that mountain. Behind me here you can see a bunch of yak wool nomad tents, and then more just barren land, and then off in the distance we have Everest. So yeah, not long now until we get to Everest Base Camp. So how do you feel?
The altitude is a bit hard on me.
Yeah.
When we did Everest Base Camp, it was much easier because you were walking.
Yeah.
Right, and then you had time, but like here you're driving and you're literally going
up so fast.
Up so fast.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we both are have a bit of headache and stuff. But what we're going to do now is we're going to descend. So we're going to go down in elevation and then up just a little bit. So it should be okay. And as you can see here, guys, they have the little nomad tents where people are living inside and everything like that. Hello. Tashi Dele. Wow. Beautiful home. I can come inside? Okay. Wow, it's very warm inside. Yeah, he has everything he needs. Cooking stove, kitchen. He has his blender there, selling the flags.
6 months he stay here.
6 months, and in the winter he goes
Go home.
Go home. Yeah, okay. Because during the winter, guys, it gets very cold. But this is such an experience, sitting down with a nomad here in Tibet. You don't normally get to experience this. So there we are, guys. Everest in all its glory. Yes. Now, we were told by Ben, he was saying that he has been here several times and has never seen it this clear before. As you can see, it's so clear, there's not one cloud in the sky covering it. You can literally see the peak, which is just absolutely amazing. So yeah guys, what we're seeing right now is just super, super rare. And we are so lucky to see this, and I'm so glad that you guys who are supporting us can see this from our channel. And we've just been blessed today to see the most beautiful, the tallest mountain in the entire world, Mount Everest. Okay, so yeah, we just got to get on the green bus number 37, and we'll be on here for another hour. Tashi Dele. Yeah, I think if we sit here, this is good. We go all the way up to base camp, and then when we're ready, we can come back down whenever we want to. So it should be good. When we're ready, we just get back on the bus.
Okay.
Yeah, so it should be good. So we just went through the last checkpoint, and they scanned our passports and everything. Now we're on to Everest. No more checks. Okay, so we're just coming up to Everest now. This is so Mount Everest. See, we didn't see anything like this in Nepal when we did the trek, and just here in China you can drive straight up to it. That is crazy. Okay guys, look at this. So this is a whole little camp for the tourists and everything. People even stay here the night as well. Just around this corner here is Everest. Are you excited?
It's so nice, right?
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
So beautiful. So here we go guys, there's Everest in all its glory. You couldn't have get a better day. There is not one cloud in the sky. We are
so blessed.
So blessed, it's awesome. Okay guys, so we're actually not going to stay here at Everest at the base camp because it's way too high in elevation. But as you can see here behind me and inside, they offer hot water, they offer oxygen. They offer a lovely room as well in a nice yak tent. You can see here all the fake grass as well. So they really show infrastructure here for tourists, and it looks like that they've done it well. So yeah. So Faye and I are going to walk up there now on the boardwalk and go and take some photos. Here as well, guys, they also have a shop here where you can buy local snacks and everything, which is pretty cool. And then they've got another shop just here which is pretty much identical. They really have everything you sort of need, and I believe they even have a restaurant here somewhere as well. This is so beautiful. If you ever come to Tibet, if you ever come to China, definitely come to Everest. You can see it in all its glory, the highest mountain in the world, the roof of the world. Wow. So we are now at the highest monastery in the entire world right now. And this is it, Tibetan monastery. And there's just yaks here, just chilling, right next to Everest. Could you get any more local than that? I won't go too close because they might get angry. Yak and Everest. Wow, can you believe that we've finally made it? Yeah. This has taken us 6 days on our Tibet tour to get to. We're finally here.
So worth it.
It's similar to our Nepal trek, it took 6 days as well. But I'm just so glad how we can see the peak. And this is exactly the same peak that you see on Instagram where people climb up to and they say they're on top of the world. Wow. It doesn't really look that high from here actually. It's quite funny. But yeah, as you can see, there's a little local place here, and then, you know, your classic China massive square, all the infrastructure, and it's pretty cold. And we've got a lot of altitude sickness right now, massive headaches. We're doing this for you guys and, you know, for us to look at this, but it's been a journey. Tashidele, local Tibetan black tea. Bye sheep, one black one at the end. Behind you is Mount Choyo! Okay, so we've got our food here. Out of 10?
10. It's pretty like a dream. This is so sweet, she gave me this.
Oh, welcome! Okay, so we are now at this beautiful waterfall. Check this out. Wow! Tashidele, or g'day and good morning guys from the beautiful Tibet. Today we are on an 8-hour journey going to
Nepal-Tibet border.
That's right, so come along with us as we get on our van and we drive 8 hours through the Tibetan countryside, hang out with Tibetan locals, see some nomads, get in their tents, drink some tea, maybe even see some yaks, see some sheep. Come along with us today and let's have fun in the beautiful country of Tibet. Okay, so it looks like we are maybe going to see some nomads. This is their place right here, and our guide, our local guide, just got out to talk to them to see if we can maybe drink some tea or sort of see what they do on their day-to-day life, their farming and stuff. It looks like they just said come from the body language, so let's see. We might be able to go and talk with some nomads. This is so random, guys, by the way, just randomly on the road. So we just got here. Their little home. Wow, look at all the sheep. I'll just say hello to the owner here. Hello, Tashidele. Hello, how are you?
You can go inside.
Wow.
But this is the real nomads.
This is the real nomads. How long has their tent been here?
8 days ago.
Oh, just 8 days? Wow. I can come in, it's okay?
Yes, you can
okay.
go.
Okay. Tashidele. Wow. This is very nice. Oh, sorry. Wow, very beautiful. So this is their tent, guys, and this is where they sleep. So they've been here for just 8 days. You can come in, darling. sit down.
Maybe they're going to stay 2 months.
2 months here.
They move.
And where were they before? How many kilometers away?
Maybe 25 kilometers.
Okay, wow. And they brought all of their sheep with them, obviously. And what's the main thing that they eat every day?
Sometimes fast noodles, yes.
Oh, noodles.
Fast noodles, instant noodles.
Instant noodles, okay.
Also eat samba.
Ah.
Samba they put there.
And samba.
Samba is fried barley.
Fried barley. Ah, nice.
You can check there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. So it's like they mix it with water.
Yeah, put butter
Yeah.
tea
You know how we
or...
have it at home.
Yeah, yeah, okay. And sometimes they eat sheep or no?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes, they eat the lamb, but maybe today they don't have.
Yeah, yeah, no. Yeah, wow. And they're like outside where the sheep are inside. Have they built the wall with the rocks? How long does that take to build it?
No.
Build this?
Maybe I think he said 6 days. Maybe I think 10 days.
Six to 10 days.
Maybe
Wow.
it depends the people, right? How many
Yeah.
people?
Have they ever had foreigners stop and talk to them before?
Oh, you knew you think about
Ah,
first
first time. Yeah, okay. Wow.
We are the first guys.
Would they mind showing us like their sheep and stuff? Yeah, yeah, we can see. So these are their friends here as well. So yeah, wow. So this is their sheep?
Yes, for sheep.
Wow. And do they go and collect grass and give them grass, or they
let go then?
Oh, they just let them go.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. So did they build this just recently, or it was already built?
Already built.
Already built, yeah. Wow. And they don't sell their sheep
They don't sell because some family they keep
for eating.
for eating and they more baby.
Wow.
I want a baby.
That's so. But how can they eat all these sheep?
But they don't eat all. But it's slowly they take some. Right?
Slowly.
Maybe they for a year. I think maybe 7 sheep, maybe 10 sheep.
Wow.
Maybe ask him.
Yeah.
Sometimes they sell the lamb.
Sometimes, yeah.
He said that he 1 year.
Yes.
So he killed 30 sheep.
Wow.
30. Many.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
So can you tell them in my home in Australia, we have sheep, but they're in a big paddock, like a fence, right? So we don't have to watch them. We just leave them in the big, like this, but really big
Okay.
fence, and they just eat the grass. So we don't have to wander in the hills. Yeah.
They follow the sheep because of their wolf. Wolf, they killed the sheep. That's why he face more dark. Because the windy, maybe sometimes sun.
Yeah.
Sunburn because it's so dark.
What happens when it rains? With
they maybe use the plastic.
Oh,
the plastic cover.
They put a plastic cover over. Okay. Wow. Guys, this you can tell this is not.
You can tell them by their hands.
Yeah, you can just see from their face and hands. Hardworking people. Oh well, so they have more sheeps. Hi guys. Hi. Wow. So many. Pema, how many sheep in total?
He said maybe here 200, but total 2,000. Maybe not, I think.
Wow.
We don't have here 200.
200, yeah. And they feed the dog sheep also?
Oh, no. We
No?
don't do. Only people.
No, like what do the dogs eat?
The dog, they give the zamba.
Jamba. Like the powder we saw.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, they just let the sheep out. So now he's going to take the sheep up into the mountains, and he's their shepherd, and all the sheep follow each other. That's why the saying says don't be a sheep, and they follow each other. This is so cool. Bye sheep, have fun eating in the mountains. One black one at the end. Guys, this is really cool content, I have to say. This was not planned at all. We don't even know these people. Pema, we don't know these people, right?
Yeah, don't know.
Yeah.
First time.
First time, yeah.
They met also foreigner first time.
Yeah, first time meeting foreigner. Wow. So this is their dog here, guys, and the dog's chained up, but what the dog will do is protect the sheep at nighttime. So if the dog sees a wolf or anything like that, he'll bark and the wolf will run away. Well, hopefully that's sort of the plan. This is their other sheep. Hi, sheep. So yeah, they just, what they were saying is they maybe only sell about 30 sheep a year, which isn't that many, and they just breed and breed and breed and make a bigger and bigger flock. So yeah, super interesting, right?
Super interesting.
Yeah. Wow.
250 sheep.
250 sheep. Wow.
Yeah.
Do they have any small baby sheep, or are they all grown? Oh yeah, here's one there. Hi. This is the little house, is it? Oh wow. Wow, so they also sleep inside here, which is their little house. Wow, guys, look at this. This is just literally sticks holding up the roof, and this is all yak dung here for their cooking, and they just sleep here. Guys, this is as real and raw as it gets. This is in Tibet. This is in China. This is the real deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy I can show you this. A lot of people today would love to see this on camera, and it's hard to see. Sometimes it requires a lot of, permission to get, but we got to see this today, so this is awesome. Wow. So cool. And you can see, guys, their home is literally made from like stone, mud, a little bit of wire, just like that. That's crazy. I just have one question. Is he very fulfilled and happy with his life?
Oh, he's
Yeah,
happy. Yes.
he's happy.
Happy, but
Wow.
he's just a little worry
Yeah,
because sometimes there's too much rainy.
sure.
And sometimes they hard to grow up the grass.
Yes.
No enough for food for the sheep.
And in Tibet, the last 30 years, there's been so many roads and infrastructure and all these things. What's the biggest change that he's seen in this area?
지난 저와 여러 로 죽지나라. 근데 유르바 셰쇼디 가르친소사 랑가 신소 가르친소 유르바. 유르바 지나. 유르바 전부 가르친소사. 다 항상 유르바 지어라. 거 한번 봤어요.
말에 남주 초에 나온도라. 다 초에 나온도 소송에마다 마자와 등산 가라지도 우사. 에마 초와도 등산 초와 마자와 줄도 지카친도 수수 때나 수수
사연 이제 다 나가 봤더니 이제
제 말에
좋아 좋아
당에만 만다 등산 초와도 답대로치 직자라이나 오리아이나레 등수 답대로치
I think they're trying to explain the question to him.
He said maybe now the more convenient, easy to take the things from the
Convenience.
Convenient.
Yeah, that's
because
good.
the road construction.
Yeah.
But I think we are actually the accent same.
Yes.
But maybe he had to hear his ear, or
Yeah.
maybe had to understand sometimes.
He maybe spoke different Tibetan dialect
We
before?
have a little bit, yes.
Yeah, before. Okay.
The
Yeah.
people we only carrying from the transportation only yak and
Yes.
horse.
Yeah.
No more car.
Yeah.
Now more convenient. We have the car.
Yeah.
And also the road very
Yeah.
nice.
So it's very convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Well, yeah, thank you for his time. I'd love to gift him this if it's okay. Tashi Dile, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
어디는 가래?
차다
Ah, black tea.
Black tea.
Do you want to try?
Yeah, sure.
다 저래 루가 냠채하리. 저 루가시야. 루가시야. 저당디 호호호.
저 사람들 드셔
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
For you.
Wow, this is the black tea. Oh, so local Tibetan black tea.
With salt. You don't like salt.
A little bit salty. Okay, bye sheep. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So, yeah, I'm not sure if I filmed that, guys, but I gave him 100 RMB, which is around maybe $20, something like that. It's the highest note in China. So I think they're pretty happy. They're going to drink some beers tonight. Not bad for, 20 minutes of us, coming to visit them. Thank you for translating.
No, you're welcome. This is my pleasure.
I'm glad that you told them about the money, because maybe,
Yes.
yeah, good to be honest.
Yeah, actually I do honest.
Yeah, of
Why
course.
don't we all dance?
What?
So guys, one thing
I just want to emphasize in that experience that we just had, what we just saw is going to become less and less. You know, these nomads, they're 50, 60 years old, they're going to pass away one day, and most likely their kids aren't going to do the same thing to what they're doing. There's a lot of retired nomads that have moved on to do different types of work in Tibet, right? What we just saw was so special. I think, hands down, that was probably one of the best local interactions I've ever had in any country. Obviously, you know, it's hard to rate that because different countries have different experiences. But I think as far as authenticity, like for example, when we asked them a question, our guide had to explain the question 3 times because they don't really talk about what we were asking, right? So they don't really think about that, which is it just shows how natural they are. Like all these guys care about is just their sheep, eating food, having a good time. You know, they said that they were happy. And for me, this was the highlight of the trip by far. And I'm so glad that this is in the start of the video, and I hope this video reaches, you know, lots and lots of views, because the world really needs to see what we just saw, because that's a culture that's fading away and it's very rare. Yeah. So thank you, Ben, from Elevated Trips for helping organize that, and to our local guide Pema for the translation, and our driver for helping as well, because without these 3 guys that wouldn't be possible. Yeah, pretty happy. You might also be wondering, Jack, how are you getting data? What's the best way to get a SIM card? Well, that's where Nomad eSIM comes in. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that Nomad has been a part of my travels for years now. I use them in every country that I go. So you might be thinking, Jack, what is an eSIM? Well, let me break it down. Essentially, an eSIM is an app on your phone that creates a digital SIM card. So all you have to do is install the Nomad app on your phone, click what country you want, and buy a package. I went onto the Nomad app and chose the package that I wanted. And bam, as soon as I touched down, I had data just like that. So no more lining up in long queues at the airport waiting for your physical SIM card. Personally, I find that having an eSIM is a great thing to have. Being able to have data when you're seeing the immigration officer and having to show your hotel booking, or even when you're just traveling around and needing Google Maps, posting Instagram photos, and I can even hotspot my phone to upload YouTube videos as well. If you use my code JACK92CB, you will get a bit of a discount on your first purchase of an eSIM. So if you're interested in getting an eSIM on your next trip, then click my link below in the description box and get started by downloading the Nomad app.
Okay, so behind you is Mount Choyo, which is 8,201 meters tall. And as you can see, we are currently in a very deserty and barren landscape at the moment, and the mountains are all around us. So this is like almost a little valley. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Time to hit the road again.
Hit the road again.
Okay, so we just stopped off at this random little Tibetan village here.
Look at my earrings, guys.
Wow, nice earrings. And what are we going to eat?
Nepali food again.
Nepali food again, yay! Because we're getting so close to the border now, they have more and more Nepali food. So are you excited?
I'm super excited.
Awesome. So, translated guys, this says Namaste Restaurant. Oh wow, this is super local. Nice place. Namaste. It's also pretty funny guys, because all the locals are looking at us thinking, why are these foreigners in our restaurant?
Don't have none, just only this.
They just have...
I'll take it, Papa.
Yeah. Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Pema, who are these people?
Oh, this is the middle one, 10 Bachelama.
Bachelama?
10, and the left side, number 9. This is 70 Kamaba.
Wow, okay.
He's Gaelic school, he's Kaju school.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we just got a ginger lemon honey tea. Let's give this a taste. Pretty good.
Here is the thali set with chicken and dal. Wow, thank you.
Okay, so we've got our food here. How good does this look? And we've also got our curry chicken and dal. Let's taste and see how good Nepali food is near the border in Tibet. Let's taste. Okay, cheers guys. Wow, that's just like home.
Out of 10?
10.
10? Yeah.
Okay, all done. Good?
Me too.
You finished way more than what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you loved it.
Yeah, I love
For me, the potato was a little bit funny, but it was still good.
Yeah, I love Nepali food. I can't stand Chinese food.
Yeah, Nepali food is the best, right? Bye-bye, thank you. Bye, bye. 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 Okay, so just here is the mountain Shigatse, and it is 8,000 something meters tall. And yeah, just barren landscape for miles and then the beautiful mountain. And guys, I just wanted to show you, there's everywhere, all over Tibet, is these high tension power lines. So one thing I want to show you guys is directly across from the mountain is this empty government building, and this is quite common around Tibet and also, you know, in China as well. Sometimes they don't go to as planned and then they become abandoned. You know, this would cost a few $100,000 to build, but you can see what they've done is the nomads have came and they've put their hay in their grass to feed their goats, and they've locked it to keep it out of the moisture. So yeah, super interesting. Just thought I'd show you guys this abandoned building. There's a big security camera up there, and I think toilets are over there. Okay, so we've just came to this beautiful lookout with not one, but 2 coffee vans. Beautiful little monument here, and we can see the beautiful lake. Sophia, what do you think?
I think it's pretty like a dream.
Do you think mermaids live in there?
Maybe.
Maybe, right?
If
Maybe.
it comes out at night, you should go and see.
Yeah. So all of this comes from a water source underground, you know that?
Wow.
And the blue color is reflected from the sky. Yeah, you can see here, guys. Reflects the mountain, and the blue reflection is from the sky. And then the water is so pure, that's why you get the lovely reflection. So beautiful, eh?
She's so sweet. She gave me this. Say hi.
She gave this to you.
Yeah.
Aww.
I'm gonna find something.
Sophie's gonna see if we've got anything in our car for her. Oh, welcome. Aw, cute. I don't think she's that used to hugs. You like to dance? You want to dance with her? So we also gave her this little toy and a chocolate. So you can see, guys, that they actually have solar panels out here. I think before they got power they used to have solar panels. Hi! So Ben, I just wanted to ask you, so the Nomad experience that we had this morning, that was so real, that was so rare and amazing. Could you just tell us a little bit of history about the Nomads, sort of why that it's not as common these days, and you know, sort of what type of nomads there are? Are there different type of nomads?
Yeah, lived here 15 years on the Tibetan plateau. Got to meet a lot of nomads in my time. And you have nomadic people, and then you also have semi-nomadic people. And a lot of what we think of as nomads are actually semi-nomadic, where they're actually herding their yaks roughly May to November when the grass is green. And then in the winter times, they're going lower and actually living in real houses. That's why we call them semi-nomadic. Now, the guys we met earlier today, those guys were real nomads. Those were the real thing. So those guys probably had about 300 or 400 sheep and goats, and they just lived out there in the middle of those rocks by themselves. Probably their families live in town, their kids go to school in town, you know, their wives manage the chores in the house, but those guys live in that tiny little white canvas tent with 300 or 400 goats in the mountains, and every day take their goats out, herd their goats, and then bring them back in every night in those rock encasements, and that's how they protect the sheep and goats, and that is their entire livelihood, their entire bank account, all exists right there among those 300 animals. So these guys live right on the land sustainably, and that's one thing that we love to do as a business. We love to take as elevated trips. We love to take people out into these authentic nomad experiences and let people really see what it's like, because this is a disappearing culture, you know, because you have about 2 million Tibetans living as nomads, but that number is decreasing every year. So it was a really, really special opportunity to see that.
Awesome, Ben. So yeah, with elevatedtrips.com, we'll leave the link in the description. If you want to do a tour like this, a private tour, see nomads, see cool things that you wouldn't normally see on a massive group tour, check out Ben's website below, and yeah, send him an email through there. You can contact him. So Sophia's putting pawpaw cream, which is like a natural ointment, on her cheeks because of the hot sun. The Tibetans' cheeks really get tanned and red, and for a little girl like that, it's really important to protect it while she's young. So Sophia's just doing that right now. Sophia, I just wanted to ask you, see, in the West, if we put sunscreen on a random child, that would be so weird and like not good, right? But here in Nepal, in Tibet, right, you just did that out of a mother instinct.
Yeah, I think it really depends on the situation also.
Yeah.
Like if in like West, like you're not that friendly with kids, and then but here like she approached me first.
Yep.
Right, so yeah.
Okay, so we are now at this beautiful waterfall. Check this out. Wow. Oh my god. So cool. So we're almost about half an hour from the Nepal border. You can see everything is now green and not brown like before. Super cool. Let's go up here. The water is actually so cold as well, and it's spatting on your face. Wow, I haven't seen a waterfall this beautiful. Okay guys, so we just arrived at our beautiful hotel on the border here with Tibet and Nepal, and let me tell you, China loves to show off on their borders and make everything look much better than the country that's next to it, because all of the other villages did not look like this. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. As always guys,
Keep it real.
Cheers.
Cheers.